Good morning, Floss Tube. Welcome to Justsewsherrie. I'm Justsewsherrie here on YouTube and also over on Instagram. Well, hello, are you alright? Welcome to Saturday, the 21st of March. We are on 6:05 in the morning, so about normal. Welcome. Welcome if you are one of my stalwarts and have been with me since the very beginning. Welcome if you have hopped on the crazy bus along the way, and welcome if you are brand new. I hope you subscribe, like the video, and do all the things. It was good to see you again. So yes, it was the first day of spring yesterday. I forgot. I only just found out didn't find out this morning, but I've only just remembered because we're on take 4 now, and it was when I was doing take 1, I was like, is it the first day of spring today? I can't remember, so I had to look it up. And then we've had a couple of crappy takes as well, so let's hope this is the one, guys, because we're on it today. We're getting this done, right? Quick, smart. Last week, I thought I didn't have much to show. It was an hour and a half. An hour and a half, like Sherrie. Just stop talking. There's no need. There's no need. The whole point of doing weekly was to get them a little bit shorter and more succinct, because it does take a little bit out of you when you're doing it, and it takes a lot longer than however long the video ends up being. So I'm determined, right, I'm going to streamline this. No more than an hour and a quarter. And the only reason I'm giving it that long is because I have got a ton of stuff to show you. I have. But first, we've got a Justsewsherrie. This week's Justsewsherrie, it's another work one. And this was me. I was on fine form. Fine form. I said it before, I'll say it again. So I'm like a private secretary, a PA, diary manager, whatever you want to call it, to a director in a government department. I didn't even know these jobs existed until about 3 years ago, when I accidentally fell into doing some cover for somebody, and the next thing I know, like I say, 3-4 years on, I'm still in that world somehow. So if you don't know, like me, and are totally ignorant, I was totally ignorant, my job is to watch over breeders' inbox. So any emails that come in, I need to read through and I need to assess who's it from, is it a priority, is there an action in it that breeder needs to do something, is it just for information, is it urgent, is it not urgent, do I need to flag her on Teams and say, come over, there's something really important you need to say, or is it urgent but it can wait till she gets to it, kind of, because she will within an hour or two anyway. So I file, and then obviously I answer some that don't need breeder, like, because there'll be some regarding meetings and things that I can deal with, and there'll be other things like the business, like the money side of it is what Claire deals with. So any of the, we call it FTEs, full-time equivalents. So anything to do with staff and numbers and money is kind of Claire's bag. So it's part of my job to go through and mark each email, and we've got colour codes. Is it information, which is medium blue? Is it action, which is purple? Is it urgent, which is orange? Is it for Claire, which is dark blue? Is it for me, which is like a sage green? So there were 5 categories, and I put them in each folder, and then breeder will come and pick them up as she needs to. So the actions obviously tend to be arguably more important, because some of the informations are things like newsletters and stuff that comes out that aren't, they're interesting and she needs to have an awareness of them, but it's the actions where she needs to do something, that's where she needs to sort of live, really. So I was busy getting rid of, I was filing all our informations that she didn't need, because there was like 107, and I was like, just don't need these. So I was like picking them all up, like, well, say 5, 6 at a time, and just filing them into what I call it me completed, and I'll put the month that it's come from and that's completed, put them all into there, so it means we can backtrack and they are there if we need to go back and say, yes, we had this, or such and such sent this to breeder, or whatever. That's the kind of thing. So I was busy filing informations and just getting rid of them. And I'm like, la 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 la. So we're only main breeder in. Sitting doing my little thing. And then I got distracted doing something else, and I came back. And I went back into our inbox, and I'm thinking, something's not right. And then I got a Teams message from breeder. All of my actions have disappeared. What? So I goes into our inbox again, and I looked. Yeah, the whole lot. I instantly thought, what's she done? What's she done? She instantly thought, what's she done? What's she done? So I think we were both in there being like, this isn't me, I haven't done this, surely. No. I thought, instantly I went to deleted. Are they in deleted? It's the first place I always check. Have they gone to deleted by accident? Because it's fine, if anything's been deleted, I can pull it back out of the deleted folder, which isn't really a problem. The major problem was we had about like 30 emails that I had to find at least. And yeah, they weren't in deleted. So I looked into my completed. Were they in there? No. Naturally, I checked information because I've been in the information folder. I wasn't anywhere near actions. Were they in information? No. Were they in breeders deleted? No. Where are they? Where are all these things that she needs to do something for? Where the hell have they all gone? Bearing in mind, we have lots of different folders for different subjects. So once it's been, especially if it's been an action or whatever, it then goes into like a subfolder to do with whatever the title is. You know, if it's a certain side of the business or a certain customer group or something like that. I went through all of them. And I thought, well, they can't just have disappeared into the ether. They can't. You know where I found them? I did find them, thank God. In a folder that was marked annual leave. Now, I like this because I think that was God saying, Sherrie, breeder, all those actions, they can wait. We're gonna put you on holiday. We're just gonna take them all away and we'll let you go on a little holiday because you don't need to be here. And that's what I think had happened. I think that was God intervening, and that was a sign. I do. I think that was a big sign. Sherrie, breeder, off you go. Have a couple of weeks. How they had ended up in there, I do not know. But I mean, it's the last place I'm going to look, isn't it? On holiday. Well, like, why? So yeah, I managed to get rid of her entire job, basically everything she needed to do in the next at least 48 hours. Missing, gone, completely missing. Because they've all gone off on holiday. They don't need to be dealt with just yet. There you go. Yes. It was definitely one of my finer moments. I think it was me. It had to have been me because I was doing like a bulk exercise, sort of sorting through our stuff. I'm pretty sure it was actually me. I did not claim credit for it though. I didn't. I just thought, oh, if she wants to maybe think it might have been her, then we'll just go with that. We don't want to spoil her. We don't want to spoil her a peace of mind. Yeah, that was me, Sherrie the donkey. Here we go. Right, what have we got in the world of cross stitching today? A lot. I have got a finish. I've got a fully finish. I have got 3 new starts. I have got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 whips. I have got some birthday gifts off people, not my virtual husband. I have got cotton and twine unboxing. I have got my market gifts, which are off my virtual husband, but came courtesy of someone else. What else? Oh, and I've got I've got other gifts that were just Sherrie, you're looking a bit sad today. My virtual husband, he says, I think you need a treat. So I've got some more gifts. What else have I got? There was something else, I'm sure. We'll get there. No doubt we will get there. What I have got is a pile of stuff, is what I've got. So let's get worked through. I'm feeling good this morning. I don't know why I feel slightly worried by that, but I am feeling good. Now, this first one I'm going to show you. This was a giveaway the back end of last year. The lady has now received it. Only took about 3 months, but who's counting? So yes, so a lovely lady called Leslie in the US received this, and she has started it. Now I didn't want to stitch it until she got it because she needed to have it, and I was just totally in the wrong for not sending it out quicker. But so she's got it and she has started it. It is from Ackworth. When I went to Ackworth last October, we all got one of these off Jacob from Modern Folk Embroidery, and I happened to overhear. I was literally about a foot away from Linda and Jacob as they were talking, saying, well, what are we going to do with these? Because they were just for the retreats. There weren't, I don't think there's any, or there weren't as at that time, any plans to sort of release it. And they were discussing what to do with a few that were left over. And I said, well, can I have one for a giveaway? Because the only people that have got them are the people that went Ackworth. And for the moment, certainly nobody else is going to get a chance to get one either. So yes, I managed to snag a giveaway. So Leslie won it, and literally as soon as she started it, as soon as she got it, she started it, which meant I could start mine. But first I will show you Leslie's, because Leslie's are beautiful. So they'll be on the screen now, hopefully I'll remember, because sometimes I forget to go back and add photos. And there's a couple of photos. So she has done it on, it was Weeks Dye Works straw with, it's a Goblin silk, I can't remember the number, but I'll put it at the bottom of the screen somewhere. And also on the top, I was going to say this one, but it'll be on the screen, on the top side, she's repurposed and used the letters and put her initial on there, which I think is M for her surname, which I won't I won't say. But yeah, so Leslie's is beautiful, and that made me go, oh, I need to start mine, I need to start mine. And I was determined I was going to do it in a red Gloriana. For some reason I had that in my head. I'm going to do it in a red Gloriana, on something akin to what the original has been done on, you know, like a straw like Leslie's done. When I went to get it out, I had actually kitted it up. Now, I have kitted it up with, and I have started it with, I think it is Norland Mist from Swan Bay Fabrics, I think. It's either that or it's the new fabric of the month that we got. It is a light blue linen, and I counted it. It is a 40 count linen, and I'm doing it with DMC 3769. I think that's it. No, it doesn't. 3768. And this is the one that we all got given the pattern and the thread to do it, the floss to do it. And I got a red, and my lovely friend Edita got blue. And we were having a conversation about the colours, and she was saying, oh, it seems funny not to do it in red. And I said, look, well, do you want it? Because I'll do it in blue. I'm more than happy. So we swapped. So when I came to pick this up, I thought, I've obviously decided to do it in blue. But Leslie's was kind of sitting in my head, thinking, but it looks so gorgeous as a red. And it doesn't look like an Ackworth, like that type of sampler. In the blue, now that I've started doing it as well, to me it just looks like, you know, like a Quaker Biscornu. That's what it looks like to me. So I have started it, and that is my start mind. It's going to stitch itself. Absolutely lovely, lovely, lovely a stitch. Obviously it's the fabric, it's just perfect. So, but I thought, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I want to do the red. And then I thought, you know what? It's little enough that I can do both. So I have actually got this all ready to go as well. So I've chosen Driftwood by Fabrics by Stephanie, which I think is a fabulous piece of, and I haven't actually gone for the Gloriana. I've gone for my favourite, me Lancaster Red Weeks. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it once as this, and I might actually even make it into a Biscornu, and then I'll do it as a, what I would call the proper pinwheel, the proper way to do it, with the red and the brownish, although I have gone for quite a dark brown, which is different to what they've done. So that is my first new start. I loved it, mind. When did I start it? It was Wednesday or Thursday. Work's been, it was rough the beginning of the week. No, Tuesday, because I took Monday off. I was knackered after me birthday, and thank you so much for all my birthday wishes. It was really lovely, and obviously I'll show you what I got of some people as well once we get to that part. But it was Mother's Day here in the UK as well, and I was thinking about it, and I didn't know which mother took precedent, like which mother's house do we go to, because there's my sister, there's me, and there's me mum, and we're all mothers, and it was my birthday as well. So I was like, do I take precedent? Should they all come to me? I don't really know. But then I think my sister kind of said, yeah, we'll go to mum's. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, just let her organise it. So we both went over to my mum's on Sunday morning, and then my daughter rang me, and there was some other stuff going on, I can't remember what. So it was like a busy day, and I just never I don't know, never settled with me stitching like I wanted to. So on the Monday, I just said, Claire, I'm taking a day off. I need it. I need a day off. And I literally just sat and stitched, and it was just glorious on the Monday. So yeah, what was I going to say? Can't remember. There was a point to that. I can't remember what it was meant to be. So anyway, I then caught my eye on, now, just wait one moment while I find my mouse. So I was busy updating my decor and swapping winter out. So I took most of it down a week or two ago and put some of my normal stuff out. Like me pin cushions and things, just swap them all around from winter. And I've missed one. So this one was sitting on my table that the telly sits on. And eventually I got around to saying, right. And so it's been there, it's had Christmas in during Christmas, it's then had winter in. And I was sat looking at it, I just caught my eye on it and thought, if there's a Christmas and a winter, I wonder if there's like a spring and a summer. And I think I've done an autumn, because that was what I got to thinking about. And I've done a Halloween as well. But there must be a spring and a summer, surely. So I went and looked them up. Yes, there's a spring and a summer. And I thought, I better check. I better go in my drawer and just check before I reorder them and end up with 2 copies. And yes, sure as eggs is eggs, I have got spring and summer. I just haven't stitched them as yet. That will change very soon. So I thought, right, I need to swap out winter and get me some spring in my step. So this was definitely not planned. Definitely this was a I need it, and I need it now. Why haven't I done it yet? This is ridiculous, Sherrie. You're just such a rubbish cross stitcher. You need to sort your life out. You can't have winter up and then not change to spring. What are you doing? What are you playing at? So I went up and I found my little wee bird. Oh, that's summer. That's our Lego. That one's summer. I'll show you summer. And that one is spring. So board. This is the start that I've made. So I'm doing it on 32 count platinum. I just measured, I used me X stitch cool. I was going to say calculator and tool at the same time. I used my cool. So I used the tool and worked out what size I would need to fit into that frame. And 32 counts fine. So yeah, I made a start. This was just yesterday I did it. And it's really pretty. It's definitely not a colour I would have chosen though for the main colour for spring. They've chosen Brethren Blue by Gentle Arts. That blue in the front there. Yeah, finally got it. Don't think you can see it very well, but it's quite a deep. You can see it more where the bird is because there's more of it. It's quite a deep turquoise, like a teal. That's right. It's a teal colour, and I just wouldn't have had that down as a spring colour. But I'm actually doing what I was told. Now I didn't have all of the called for, so I mean it's a wee bird. It's not the end of the world. The only things I was bothered about having a variegated for would be the bird and this beehive. Mainly the beehive. The rest I could live without. I could just stitch with DMC. So what I tend to do, and some of you'll know if you've been here before, for the overdyes, for the ones I don't have, I pick out, I find the DMC colour, and I then go along here where all my threads are, and I just colour match the DMC to another overdye thread. So I don't sort of look up what's the equivalent of this, that and the other. I just get the flat colour and colour match best I can. So that's all I did. I only colour matched. A bit of very quick editing there, because I actually for some reason picked up the pattern and showed you that instead of the picture of the pattern. So yeah, come on Sherrie, get with it. So yes, what was I going to say? Oh yes, so for example, that spring, if I couldn't find that colour in variegated, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm really not. Like I say, the ones with the lots of colour, and that's only 2 colours, it's the beehive and the bird. They were the only ones I was really bothered about, to be fair. So yeah, so I'm doing it with either the called for or a colour matched over dye. So that is that. And that was a sneaky little, wasn't expecting that to happen when I woke up yesterday morning. I was just on fire yesterday, literally. I think it was because Tuesday work was, I literally logged on at 7 o'clock in the morning and I never stopped till 5. I mean, I was shattered, absolutely shattered. Wednesday was busy, but it wasn't brutal. Thursday, we sent Breeder to an all-day conference. Just like, you're going to this thing. I don't care if you don't want to go. You are going because we need a breather. No, she was at an all-day senior civil servant leadership event. And then Friday yesterday she was off. And for the first time in weeks, it wasn't busy either. It was just heaven. Absolute heaven. Because last Friday was my day from hell on my own. Oh, it was awful. So, I had a birthday, didn't I? I did. I'm getting old. I am getting very old. Derby Day, by the way. We play Sunderland. Well, it's tomorrow. We need to win, and not just win, we need to win substantially. We got trounced during the week. Absolutely. Yeah, pulled our pants down and gave us a right good smacking. They really did. It was Barcelona in the Champions League, and yes, it was the last 16, all the rest of it, but it was 7-2. Yeah. If they lose tomorrow, I'm not convinced that we'll still have the same manager come Monday. I'm not. He's done so much for us, Eddie Howe, but... And it's not the going out the Champions League. We've never gotten that far before, so we're over the moon. It was the scoreline. That's what wasn't... Yeah, it was... They just fell over and died and said, here's our goal, crack on. We're not going to stop you. You know, bit of a birthday present to Barcelona. So, there you go. We need to win tomorrow. Need. So, Elliana. Sorry, I should have showed you first. So, Princess Elliana. And this is the start I made. And I ummed and ahed about where to start because there was nowhere. There's nowhere where I had like a good block of colour to just kind of set out my stall and then I can count from there. Bearing in mind, this is a fat quarter and it's just going to fit on. So I needed to be quite careful. Now I know I'm stitching this with Adita. I know she said she was doing a middle start. I don't like middle starts. I should have done a middle start because that's what would made the most sense with the type of pattern that it is. Just to make sure that it's going to fit on the fabric. But I can't stand stitching upwards. Now I know what Sean, Periwinkle Stitcher, I'm sure she stitches bottom, what's this? Bottom left, upwards. Elizabeth Ann can stitch, she does that as well. A lot of people start down here and work up, and I'm just like, no. I'm a top writer and I work down. But obviously because this is like a long rather than vertical, long? It's like width is bigger rather than vertical, you know what I'm trying to say. There isn't really a top right that I could have started with. Where was the top right? Over here. So there isn't really a top right to start. So in the finish, I started with one of the green points. Now, and the reason I did it is because the length will fit on a fat quarter comfortably. How long it is. So it's only the width that I needed to get right. So I'm going to go for it. Although, because remember I ummed and ahed about the fabric. So it was either going to be Silvery Moon by Zweigart or silver grey, whatever you want to call it. It was going to be a very pale grey that I was going to do it on. And then I came across this, which is Chalkboard by Xju. So I was all ready, and on, I can't remember if it was on the Sunday morning, sorry, that I started it. Yeah, it must have been. I decided to iron it before I started it. I nearly didn't start, and look at this. Can I point out those white lines in the middle going down and in the middle going across are not creases. They are faded dye marks. So I can show you a bit better. Oh, what have I done with my clips? It's over there. We're not doing well. I decided to do a little bit of gardening yesterday. Yeah. So you see, if I pull, even if I pull the thing right out, you can still see it's a mark. It's not a... So I'm really disappointed, quite honestly. And Xju was the one that, remember, I ordered 2 lots of even weave. Entirely down to me, because I should have checked the listing, because it did say even weave on the listing, but they were held in the linen section. So I was a little bit peeved when all this beautiful fabric arrived and it was even weave, and I can't stitch on even weave. I just don't like it. I just can't. And now to find that, and where is it? Is it that one? Yeah, up here. That. And I would have called this the front, you see, of the fabric. Don't know why I thought it was the front, but it just seemed to me to be the front. So I started it on the other side, obviously, because I've just shown you. Now there is a couple of marks on this side as well, but it's nowhere near what it is on the back. oh, on the other side that I've just shown you. So there's a little mark along here, and there's a little one down. I think it's this one here that you can see. I can't really show you because I can't pull it taut to show you properly. I think, yeah, you can see that there. So I think I'll get away with it. I'm going to have to. It was either that or either go back and do it on the light fabric, get in touch with Xdew and just say, what's the crack? And that, I don't want to do that. I don't, strangely enough, I don't like complaining. Yeah, I just don't. Is it wrong that I, rather than complain and allow them to put it right, that I just won't bother getting again? I don't know. I don't know what's the worst. What would you do? Complain or just swerve? Because that fabric is beautiful, and it really is. And I've had loads of Xdew, and this is the only time that this has happened. So please don't be put off buying it because of what I'm saying, because the majority of it is it's gorgeous, and you'll never get fabric like it anywhere else. The dyes and stuff that they do is really, really lovely. Yeah, so I was a little bit, it was either that or get in touch with Xdew and say, I'd quite like a replacement, please. But then I wouldn't have been able to start it on my birthday start. The trauma that is cross-stitching. And I know you all feel it. I know you've all been there and had something that you were raring to start. You were about to go and suddenly a massive curveball comes and smacks you in the face. So I'm doing it with all of the called for, which are all DMC. I have got 2 rings worth. So they're using 1 to 35. Nora used 1 to 35, which was the re-release colours a few years ago, and then a whole load more from the rest of the colour range. So that was my start, and it was quite a poor start. I mean, Sunday I just couldn't think, because I had to go out and see my mum, and I knew Courtney would be ringing, and I was getting like text messages and emails, so I couldn't just sort of sit and ignore the world and stitch. And that was why I felt I needed Monday to do that, to just kind of recenter myself and just have my day of withdrawing, which was kind of cope with people. Even if it's my people, I kind of cope. So yes, that is that. So that's Princess Elliana. My new birthday stitch. Oh, so they're my new starts. We normally start with fully finishes though, don't we? Right, let's go with my fully finish. This is my fully finish. So this is Spring Beginnings by Plum Street. And it is done on 32 count platinum by Zweigart, with all of the called for. I think I had to replace 1 or 2. Oh no, it was the green that I changed because I didn't like the other one. So I'm quite pleased with this finish. These are just pins I stuck in because I was messing about thinking, did it look pretty to put pins in or not? Yes, I was really disappointed with me finish because look at the top. This is all wonky. I need to do a little course in using sewing machines because I just kind of put it together and hope for the best. And so I need to figure out how I actually get a straight line when it's like facing inwards, do you know what I mean? How I get it to where it should be. With the right side facing. But I mean, you would think I would know, because this is a straight line. All I have to do is follow the straight line. But somehow I missed it. So that was crap. And then down here, where I allegedly invisible stitched it, on just using a whip stitch, I made a right arse end of it again. I just couldn't, and I think it was because I was using the wrong needle, to be fair, and I was too lazy to actually change to the correct needle. I'd rather just do it crap and then complain bitterly about it. So then I thought, right, well, I'm going to have to cover it. So I went to find something. Excuse me. And I found this little, it's quite a pretty little lacy kind of ribbon, if you like. And for the first time, I stitched it on. Well, sewed it on, whatever you want to call it. I got needle and thread out, and I used some quilting thread, and I went round. It didn't take very long to do. So I was actually, and it's worked quite well. It's not dead obvious at the top. I mean, I know it's there and it'll always be there, but it is what it is. But it covered that bit fabulously, really did. So I was really pleased with it. It's the first time I've ever stitched it on properly, taking the time to do it. Normally I would just glue or pin or do the lazy man's route. So I'm actually really pleased with it. And I think the fabric is from Sarah. The first year I was at Cowslip, she was there on the Sunday Monday, like doing Stacey's course, and I was there Tuesday, Wednesday. So I didn't actually meet her, but she had made table gifts up for everybody, and she sent me one through the post, and I'm sure this fabric was in it. I'm sure it was. So that is my fully finish. So he can now go and sit out. I'm heavy into spring at the minute, stitching, and yet I've never ever been bothered to stitch spring before, so I don't really know why. So my other one, I stitched this during the Champions League game on Wednesday night, because I thought, which one? Because I'll remember whether we win or we don't. When I look at it, I'll think, oh yeah, I did that during the Champions League against Barcelona. So I picked the one that I hated every stitch of. So it's the October House Fibre Arts, which is almost a fully finish. I've ran out of felt. I need some cream felt. So I haven't actually, I've got my glue gun out ready to go. So I've just cut it and I'm going to glue it in. I'm finding that's the easiest way. Bearing in mind, you're not going to see the back. It's going to be sat on a wall. So it just needs to be neat and tidy, really. So I need some cream felt. I haven't chopped that off, I don't know why. But yes. And remember, I was complaining bitterly because everything in March is always green. And that's just not right. It's my birthday and I don't like green, so it shouldn't be green. So I was quite pleased I did something that I didn't really like doing. I love the pattern. I just hate the colour. I just feel really betrayed by the colour and by the world celebrating St Patrick's Day. And on Tuesday, when it was St Patrick's Day, funnily enough, because Breda's Irish, and she's proper Irish, we get a lot of fiery temper, which is funny. We just laugh because we know her now, but I think she terrifies like the rest of the world. So anyway, we had a meeting, and there was, I don't know, about 8 people on the meeting, and I joined. You went, oh, Sherrie, you've got Irish shirt on, you've got your green shirt on. I went, yeah, no, I have breeder to celebrate with you. It was just an absolute coincidence, but I didn't tell her that. I just, yeah, I'm celebrating with you. I'm being all Irish. Don't tell her though. Don't tell her I lied, because yeah, she'll be disappointed. So this is all done. I'd like to say I loved every stitch. I didn't. I hated every stitch, but it is done. So that's March's. On to April, which I had to source. Remember last week I found out I didn't have April. I do now. So, I'm going to move these. Right, give me one moment. Okay, on to whips. So, you know how last week I had a really, like the previous week had been really crappy. I just couldn't seem to get in the zone. Well, this week I got back in the zone. For some of the days. Some of the days I still struggled. But some of the days I really did get back in the zone. This was one of me working busy days though. So I just did this. This is, I keep forgetting to show you the patterns first. It's Erica Michaels and it is Forget Me Not. When I can find the goddamn thing. So, I'm doing these berries with Sarah Stonehouse, one a month, and I've totally jumped on her bandwagon at all. She never invited me. I was just like, yeah, I need a bit of that. So, yes, I'm doing all the berries. I'll reword that. I'm stitching all the berries. I'm not necessarily doing the actual berries because, as you've seen, my finishing skills are questionable at best, absolutely atrocious at worst. So yes, and this is where I am. So I haven't got much more to go. So I did actually, considering it was, I'm sure this was on Tuesday, I left this in my hoop, and that was the day I did a really long day at work. So I was quite pleased with what I got done. So I managed to finish this side and then I've gone over and done that side. So there's not a huge amount left to do. I have to confess, I'd quite forgotten. Yeah, so there's only the rest of this, and then can you see this bit here, this little, then there's just that and it's finished. So yes, that needs to be finished sooner rather than later. I'm curious as to how it, I mean, it gives you the what you call it, the outline. But yeah. And this is just on a bit of mystery blue linen. With the called for, which is Chesapeake Bay and something blue, blacksmith blue. Where is it? I'll take it out, man. Yeah, blacksmith blue. I was right. Oh, now this one. Now this one. So this is the one I wasn't happy about, remember? Because it was just tedious. The most tedious stitch I think I've ever done. So, let me have a look. Let's have a look. don't know where I got that from, by saying like Luke like that. I don't know why. And I'm pretty sure it's like Blackburn kind of speak, which is Blackburn West Midlands? No, East Midlands. Sort of east from Sheffield kind of Midlands. Although everyone seems to think Sheffield's in the north. Sheffield's like 200 miles south of us, so how can Sheffield be in the north? And I know because I did my training there. And my daughter was born in Sheffield as well. So I always say she's a Yorkshire pudding. But yeah, we had a few debates. Was Sheffield in the north or not? And I suspect it might blow up in the comments again. Where does the north start? This is in England, by the way. So anyway, let's get back to stitching. Cricket collection, spring. She went on the naughty step. Remember, she was just attention seeking. Total narcissist. Attention seeking, needing all the stuff. Wants her day in the sun, but she expects you to work hard to give her her day in the sun. Yes, so she went on the naughty step for a little while. We have reconvened. I've had a few words. So this has been done on another Swan Bay fabric. Highbury gold. So, and it is 36 count. Can you see that properly? I'm not sure if you can. Hang on, I'll pull the blinds down. Because we're now in these wonderful daylighty mornings, 7 o'clock, you know, and it's glorious. It's forecast to be nice today. Not necessarily warm, about 14, 15 degrees. That's warm for up here. That's bikini weather. For us in the north, you know, in the north. Up in Northumberland. Yes, that's where I live. Northumberland. That seems a bit better. Okie doke. So, what have I done since you saw her? Oh, I mean, it's so tedious because it's literally like 2 or 3 stitches of one colour, 2 or 3 stitches of another colour, 2 or 3 stitches of another colour, 8 stitches of one colour. Ooh, let's get excited. So, yes. So I have done, I'm going to bring her in because you won't be able to see. So I've done, there's 2 different blues in here, and there is also like well, it's called melon on the, not the menu, what do you call it? The index, the colour scheme, you know what I mean. Yeah, that's in there as well. Same over here, there's 2 different shades of purple. There's still a 3rd shade of purple to go in that I haven't found yet. I started doing this, so the vine that'll wrap around, so that was the one that's actually got a few more than 3 stitches, which is really nice. Came over here and did the melon in the hat, and then around the hat I did some, that was like a deep orange in here in these little flowers. What else? Was that it? I mean, it took us about 2 bloody hours. I mean, look at this as well, look. These are the colours. All of these for, to be fair, it is, well, no, because you would have to add another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least, 6, 7. So you'd need to add another 7 colours to these for 2 letters. Just beggars belief. It really does. And there's another 2 colours that I still need to find. So that light purple, and there was another one. Can't remember what the other one was, but anyway, I thought if I don't get it out and do it, like force myself to do it. Oh, and we've got another one here. because we use 3865? I haven't got my gaps on. I think it's 3865. So we use that, but we also use Blanc as well. So there's another one. And breathe. So it's been done with all of the called for. But yeah, that's what I was going to say. If I didn't get it out and force myself to do it, basically, if I'd left it till next year, if I'd left it a while, I wouldn't pick it up again this year. And if I left it till next year, I'm not sure I'll pick it up again, because I think by then it would become a mountain in my head. Like, it's just horrific. So, yeah. So I am pleased I've getting it out and done. I need to have it. Excuse me, sorry. I need to have those two letters done, because I need a whole new raft of colours to just take my mind off my trauma. Sorry if you don't like the zip. I don't know whether any of you are like me, aka strange, but I find the sound of zips really soothing, because we used to go camping a lot as kids, like with my mum and dad. We went loads, we had loads. My dad and my mum, but they're very, very big on family time and days out and spending time as a family unit and all the rest of it, which was a fabulous way to grow up. And so yeah, we used to go camping a lot, and the sound of zips always just takes me back to being in the tent and really like lovely, good times. Just, yeah. So I like the sound of zips. And I think it's because all the other floss tubers that I've watched always apologise for the zips, and they do all the zips before the film. So I've just fallen into that and apologised, but I don't know whether people are even that bothered. Are you that bothered? Does a zip bother you or not? There's another poll we could have. So, this next one, I didn't do much on her, but I did touch her. I'll try and show you the pattern first before I show you the stitching. It's been that kind of morning, hasn't it? So this is AB 1816 by Cross Stitch Antiques. War Kathleen. War Kathleen. And this is fascinating me because it's coming out nothing like. I don't think it's anything like. So this is it. I don't think it looks anything like it, colour wise. I've said this before, there's basically only two colours in this. Well, obviously there's four. Those four, so I'm using the silks, the 103s to do it. So what have I done? So this along here is all, is it Algerian Islets it's called? And that is with the dark green, and that's the only thing that green is used for. The rest is all just the lightest green and the gold. And then the brown is used, I need to read the bump again, because I'm sure it's, the brown is used for the people's letters who had died. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, initials wise. Whether I'm going to put my own in or whether I'm going to put AB's in. I think I'm going to put the AB 16 at the bottom. In the middle, sorry. Totally lying. It goes in the middle. There's like a wreath in the middle, and it goes in there. I think I'll put it in there, but I think I might change the initials. I might actually do it. This is me thinking as I go, by the way. If you smell burning, send the fire brigade. I might do the people who we've lost in our family. I might do that. I mean, we've been very lucky. We haven't had an awful lot of death. We don't have a huge family, but we've had fairly little. We haven't had that much sort of trauma or anything, apart from mine, which I will tell you about one day. But yeah, so I haven't lost. It's like aunts and uncles. I'm very blessed I still have my parents at age 52, as a lot of people don't. And that they're self-sufficient. I'm really, you know, really, really lucky. But anyway, we're getting into a whole different subject. So yeah, I might do this. I think because it's in my head now, that whether it's true or not that the brown ones are dead, they are now. I mean, they will be now as well, but... So anyway, let's talk about the stitching. What did I do? I'm just moving my little, I can't remember what they're called, the little penguin needle minder that I got from my friend Anna with an E. It's moving out of the way. So what did I do? Well, I've done this motif here. I came along and I've done X, Y and Z, and I've done some of these two seeds as well. So I haven't done very much on her, but I needed to touch her because this is another one where I haven't fallen in love. So I'm going to need to keep on it, otherwise it's not going to get done. It's going to get put to one side. And if I put it to one side, again, it's one of those ones that I don't think I'll come back to. And I think it's just because it's not coming out the way I think it looks. Yeah. Don't know why. Don't know why. And it's been done on 40 count Ashley Downs by Tabby Cat. And the silks I'm using are all the called for as well. I mean, this is going to look a lot better once I iron it. That's another thing. Ironing. Now, I listened to Judy, Stitching Bunny. And what she said was, iron it once and iron it well, pretty much. So don't keep ironing it. I know some people iron before their floss tubes. But I kind of agree with Judy that the more you iron it, the more you're crushing the crosses, aren't you? So I tend to just iron them at the end. Is that right? Is that not right? I don't know. That's what I do. And I remember Judy saying you need a big soft towel, and I still need to find like a really good make of towel and buy myself a big soft fluffy towel to do all my ironing on. I've got towels. They're just a bit older and they're not like, they haven't got a massive deep sort of pile, if you like. So yeah. This morning's been a funny one. I'm feeling a little bit like, oh, I'm so excited. I've been itching to film this since yesterday because I think it's because I've got so much pretty stuff that I want to show you. So, and because my stitching this week I was relatively pleased with it as well. So, Historical Sampler Company, and this is the Red Pot Sampler. This is not a million miles off. Again, not a huge amount was done on this, but it's looking good. This is the one that I think when I iron, it's going to look, because they do, some of the ones that when I iron them, they do get like the wow factor. Like I iron it and go, oh God, yeah, that looks really good. I think that might be another reason why I leave iron until, because you get the like the full impact of how good it looks. I put my snow queen on Instagram this week finally. I'm so bad at putting things on Instagram. I've still got that imposter. Oh my God, I can't. No, I can't. So if you have liked it and left a comment, thank you very much. I'm very grateful. So yeah. So this is where I am. So basically, what have I done? Well, I finished all this corner. So that is done. I've got this little bit in the middle, and then that is that corner, or that side, I should say, all done. I was right about the border. I was right to leave this good stuff to hop around with the border. The border is soul destroying. I mean, it looks wonderful. It really does. I think it's a fabulous border. But it takes a bit of doing, and it's not because it's basically because I need to follow the pattern. Even though I've done them God knows how many times, 27 times or something ridiculous. I kind of know, but I still have to just double check that I am right. That's 3 on that side, because for these there's only like 1 on one side and then there's 2 at the bottom, and again 2 at the top and 1 in, but I have to check that I'm right, and it's just one there, 1 there, then it's 2 and 2. So I just need to verify, like, yeah, you're right, because if it goes wrong, I can't be doing with. And I still need to do me thing. And I laughed because Melody put in the comments, I didn't have me geps on, Sherrie. That made me laugh. Poor Melody. I kind of worked it out through the week though, that my mistakes are blamed on someone else. I blame my mistakes on Melody. How bad is that? Yeah, I am only teasing. She's lovely, Melody. She's a really lovely lady. So, yes, I still need to do me tail. Need to sort my tail out. I'm looking forward to this now that I've seen it again, because I can get over here and do some of this good stuff. I'll do that one more there. That'll make me feel happy. And then I'll come over and do some good stuff maybe. Or do a little bit more down here and then do some good stuff. Vegetables first. Get your vegetables done first. I used the pay now or pay later stance. And I used to teach this when I was a business skills trainer, before I do the job I do today, which is annihilating breeders' inbox. And I used to say, it's pay now, pay later. What do we mean by that? Well, it means you're going to pay, whether it's today or tomorrow. So I kind of use that in my stitching. It needs to be done. So just get it done. Either today or tomorrow. It needs to be done. Okay. This one is Modern Folk Embroidery. This is Jacob Forget Me Not. So this is my 50th birthday stitch. I'm quite amazed at this. This is a bit like me Mirabillia. Like, I cannot believe I've actually, I'm getting towards the bottom. I never thought that would happen, because it just looked so complicated, so intense. Mind. And I must tell you as well, I'll put it along here. I must remember, I'll put it along here. But a lovely lady called Wendy, from, I'm sure Wendy's South Wales. Is that you, Wendy? I think. there is a free pattern from Long Dog from Julia. If you go on her Facebook site, Facebook page, that's what you call them, isn't it? I never go on now, but and it just basically links you to her website, and there's a free Long Dog pattern there. I think it's called Times Are Interesting or something, but I'm pretty sure it's www.longdog.com. I will double check that. The correct one will be along the bottom. Please remember Sherrie sorted out, but thanks Wendy for that. If anybody wants a free little pattern, there you go. So here we are. Yeah. So once we get to the bottom of here, there's like there's these half ones to do at the bottom, and then that's it. So what have I done this week? Well, I came over and I finished this. So this was only half done. So I've come over and I have finished all of this motif, which I'm quite pleased about, because these are the ones I don't like doing. Do these ones all day long. All day long. But these ones, again, it's because I can't zone out. I love stitching where I can zone out. And I've come here and I have put in not quite half, no, actually nowhere near half. I've done the beginning of that motif as well. Look at that one. Which one's that? It's this one. This one here. So there's quite a bit to that as well. So I've still got a way to go. I think it's because suddenly I can see the bottom. Not there yet, but I can see it. And I thought that would take me a lot longer, because I didn't actually start this when I was 50. I started it when I was about 51 and a half, I think. So, and I'm doing this on 40 count anthracite with Weeks White Lightning, Weeks, which is the white big ones that pop, Weeks King Mackerel, which are all the sort of the flowers, the ones that aren't like a Quaker motif, and Gentle Arts Suit for the ones that are just slightly smaller and just sit back a bit to allow the bigger ones to pop. So yeah, that is that. Come on, Sherrie, time's getting on. There's me saying we'll whip through this. I've obviously talked too much again. Way too much, way too much. That is that, and my last one, and I was dead chuffed with this. I suddenly felt, I did this last Saturday, and I suddenly feel like I got some progress on it. Or I think I did anyway. I'll see what I think when I open it up again now. I haven't looked at it for a week, but I remember being really quite pleased with the yeah. Yes. Pleased with this. Took me all day. I was meant to be going watching my nephew play football, James, and dead proud of him. He's signed for Blythetown, and he actually gets paid if he plays for them. I'm really super proud. It's only pennies that he gets paid, but he does get paid, and I think that's fab. So anyway, yes, I was going to go and watch him play, and kick-off was at 2 o'clock. I'd just go for the second half because I can't stand for the full game anymore. And I go when they're at the ground where there's seats. So Saturday morning I was just all of a dither. I always am after I've recorded my floss tube. And then I just got in the zone of stitching. And my phone pinged to tell me that the Newcastle starting 11 had been chosen. And I thought, shit, that's the Newcastle game. And then I thought, Kicks off at 5:30. It's 4:45. I just got in the zone with me stitching. And yeah, the afternoon was gone. So, Winter Rose Manor, I am so pleased that I'm finally getting somewhere on this. Look at that. Look at that. I'm dead chuffed. So what have I done? Well, basically I've done the house. So I've done all the windows and the backgrounds. Still got the white, like the roasted marshmallow, to do in these two. Had I finished the bird? Well, I finished the birds off, so they needed like their faces and that putting in, and I've done these little flowers underneath, because basically I wanted everything that's sticking into the house done, so that then I can just like pick up the conch and go, and know that I don't need to leave any spaces for anything. Just pick it up and go. So I have done some more of the conch. I've done in between all of these, so they're all done. And there's actually 2 rows as well underneath the windows that I've done. You can't see this very well. You can see it in real life better. It's not massively obvious, but you can see it. I need to come up and start and do this border as well, because this is going to be a tedious, well, it will be more of a meditative. I won't have to follow the pattern quite so closely, but I need to be careful because some of the, I don't know what you call, whether they're seeds or berries. Oh God, I've missed half of one there. Melody, keep an eye on this one. This little guy hasn't got his whole berry. So some of them are done in a different colour. So those 2 are different colours to all the rest. So I just need to be wary. It's not going to make the end of the world if I miss one and do the next one instead. It's not going to cause an earthquake in Winter Rose Manor land. It's not. No. And I still need to come back and finish this as well. And here. Don't know what I've done here at this little tree trunk. I've obviously cut. Saying I don't know what I've done now, I'm going to tell you. So I do know what I've done. I've obviously cut too close to the fabric, and it's actually coming through. So I'm going to need to just pull some out, re-anchor that, and re-stitch a couple of the stitches. I've obviously just, and I don't even know why. I think I've just been trying to be really neat, and I've tried to snip it really close to the fabric, and it's just, I haven't left enough of a tail underneath the anchored threads. So I'm chuffed with that. This has been done on 36 count Winter Brew by R&R with all of the called for, I think. I did change, so yeah, so I did finish the birds, that's right, because I did change his wing. It was sage and what was it? Putty, was it? Yeah, it was sage and putty, which looked almost identical. Is it them two? They look different. Anyway, the two. So I changed the wing and I've done it in, I think it was Palomino. I'm pretty sure it was Palomino that I did. So it's, again, it's not massively obvious, but you can see it. So that's the only colour change I've done. So I haven't substituted a colour, I've just changed that part because you couldn't see it. Other than that, all the called for. And yes, I know I'm in spring and I'm heavy into spring. And you'll see in a moment that I'm heavier into spring than I've ever been. But I'd like to keep this on the go. Really, really enjoying it. Last Saturday, well, you can tell because I've done a real sort of good chunk. I was really pleased with how much I got done. So that, lads and lasses, is all of my stitching. So I've still got cotton and twine unboxing. I've got the gifts that I got off people for my birthday. I have got stuff from Market and I've got stuff from Rachel and Peakside as well. 2 shakes of a lamb's tail and I will be back with you. On to, I'm going to do gifts from people first. I'm going to do gifts from Market from my virtual husband second. I'm going to do gifts again from my virtual husband, birthday gifts from Rachel and Peakside and Sue. And cotton and twine, which is a gift as well, unboxing for their new sale, which starts on the 2nd of April. Is that it? Is that it? What I meant was, is that everything? Have I included everything? And then our final thought. So let's start with birthday gifts first. Massive thank you if you certainly took the time to comment and wish me a happy birthday. It was really lovely. I do try and answer all comments. Sometimes I get a little bit behind with them. And I don't think I've gotten to everybody from last week yet. But I will get there, don't worry. And I'm very, very grateful. I did feel really loved. Yeah, I really did. So, firstly, my lovely friend Alison, Lady of the Linen, sent me Modern Folk Embroidery. It's a Jacob, it's a Quaker, and it's a red stitch. You might as well just call this Sherrie's pattern. So massive thank you, Alison. There is the alternative. Oh, they've not printed that page out. They have done a one. Didn't print the page out. With different colours on. So if you want to do it more like the sort of, you know, the Ackworth style where it's got blues and reds and, you know, all the different colours, greens and stuff. It does show you that. I haven't looked to see if they've given you the, I assume. But Jacob's really bad for just going, oh, do what you want. Do what you want. And I'm not too bad with that now, but when I first started picking up his patterns and it was do what you want, I was like, no, I need instructions. I need to know what to do. But these days I pick my own colours and then hate them and have to restart them. And it all gets a bit traumatic after a while. But yes, so thank you very much, Alison. Thank you for that. Massive thank you to Elizabeth, who is Lady Bird and Bees, who sent me a really lovely gift voucher for 123 Stitch. Can't wait. I get so excited when I get like a gift voucher. I want to buy it. I want to buy something special that I remember. And she's given me one of these before and I bought a Friendship's Way with it. So I always like to buy something that I can go, yeah, that's what I got off Elizabeth for my birthday. So I am busy juggling, putting 3 things in my cart, taking 2 out, putting 7 things in my cart, taking 1 out. Which one do I want? Which one is going to be my special one off Elizabeth? I don't know yet. I then got, for a lovely lady called Jane, who sent through the post, some floss drop holders, which are really lovely. And beside the seaside? Yes, beside the seaside. And of course it's a blue, because we all know I'm a blue girl. Now this is, I'm sure she's called Emily. If you look her up, Stitching Beside the Seaside on Instagram, she does threads. So yeah, go and have a little look at it. I'm sure it's Emily. If not, I'm so sorry, I've got it wrong. So there was that. There was also a little needle case. I'm chuffed to bits. I love needle cases. Anybody ever wants to send me needle cases? You cannot have too many. You cannot have too many. So I'm going to use, because it was the other day when I was doing me fully finish, and I said I hadn't used the right needle. I need to have a needle book full of sharps that I can just grab and go. So this is going to be for my sharps. So thank you, Jane. I really needed it. And I'll be going downstairs and putting in. And, oh, and by the way, homemade. And this project bag. What a fabulous size. So what I've done is I have put a little bit of board in just to keep it, mainly because where I keep my projects, they all fall when they're floppy. So I usually put boards in them to just keep them up. So I've done that. But, oh, isn't that fabulous? It's a really good size for a nice big project. Really, really good size. And again, homemade. Made it herself with her own fair hands. Thank you very, very much, Jane. Very, very grateful. And so clever. I couldn't do this stuff. I just couldn't. I couldn't. And then there was that fabulous creature we call Val Lawson. So Val sent me, it was a box full of little paper bags. You have never seen as much chocolate in your life. There was Maltesers, Minstrels, that big, and it's about this big, bar of dairy milk. It was about that big. It's no longer that big. What else? Oh, Cadbury's cream eggs. There was a Lindt bunny. Just chocolate galore. And some sweeties. There was some jelly babies and some other sweeties. And then there was the stitchy gifts. So chic. I got my favourite 28 count, size 28 pony needles. These are my go-to. I love these needles. And I can't remember the last time I even mentioned me needles. So these people must take notice, because Sarah Stonehouse, she sent me some 28 needles as well. People must listen. Isn't that funny? Yes, some threads. I am not sure where these are from. They didn't have a label with them, but some gorgeous threads. They kind of remind me of the Owl Forest threads, but I'm pretty sure that's a Gloriana at the bottom, that red. So yes, they're all silks, I'm sure. A fab. I might use that red with Alison's stitch, and then that's like another little birthday stitch. Or I could do a blue one. But will I look at it and go, it's just wrong. It can't be blue. It's just wrong. Got this little, I think it's like a coaster. And anything witchy related is right up my street. My brother bought me a book. Well, he didn't buy me a book, sorry. He was given a book and he read it and he said, did I want it? And I said, he says, I think you'll enjoy it. Do you want it? And I just went, yeah, that would be nice, even though I don't really read books now. I just listen to them because I can stitch them. And he wrapped it up. He says, we'll call it a birthday present. And he wrapped it up. I mean, I never get birthday presents off my brother. We just don't do birthdays now. I mean, my sister still do, but not my brother. and it's called How to Kill a Witch. It's about Scottish witches. Like, cheers, Sean. So I have to confess, I laughed out loud when I saw it. I just thought, yeah, perfect. So yes, witchy. Thank you, Val. And then I don't know which ones to show you, like last or next or anything. She sent me some scissors, and I love these. These are Premax scissors. Is that what they're called? I can't remember. I don't know where I've left my gaps. Oh, they're there. Premax, yes. And look at that. My initials, SAD. And tea tie with a little cup. Isn't that the cutest darn thing you ever did see? I love this. She was saying, oh, it's not very good. I was like, you kidding? I love this. And weirdly, it was last week I was talking about I like a scissor fob because I lose them less. So that is a witchy thing if ever I did see one. And then she sent me fabric. Now it says in this one platinum. It's not. It's raw. I'm sure it's raw. So that's 40 count raw. 40 count? Yeah. Sure, that's 40 count raw. I've got some raw, but I don't think it's 40 count, so that'll be really cool. My very, very favouriteest winter moon, 40 count. This, I had to go and hunt for it this morning. I don't know where I put it. I've kitted it. It's already kitted. It's ready to go with one of my market releases, so I'll show you again in a moment. But thanks for that, Val. This one is bloody perfect for samplers, and I know exactly which one. So she got me a fat half of this. Doesn't say, or maybe it's just not me understanding it properly. On the label it says Wicks Dye Works, but it doesn't say the name of what it actually is. But it's a 40 count Wicks. Not sure which one, but it's kind of like a milk and honey, cream and sugar kind of. It's that kind of one. And this will be perfect for the Whilst Iris Naps one that I've got my eye on stitching, or I've had my eye on stitching ever since I bought it. And I said I was going to do it after I finished the pot sampler. So, but I've got like Anne Tong and everybody else, so I don't know. I did get her out the other week. I think I might start and kit her up and then do it. For me, the pièce de résistance of Val's gifts were this, and I think you're all going to go bonkers. Earrings, little hoops, little stitching hoops with cross stitches, hearts. Aren't they the best thing you've ever seen in your entire life? Not that I'm wanting to exaggerate, but I think these are fabulous. I haven't worn them yet because I wanted to show them to you on the tag, so that if you want some, you could go and look them up maybe. I haven't looked them up, so I don't know if you can find them, but I thought I'd leave them on the tag. So these will pretty much be probably stuck in my ears all the time now. Little hoop earrings. I think these are wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, that's the birthday stuff. So, Nashville Market. I had a little friend that went. Her name was Adita. She went there. She went with Sammy Little Loops and Linda Haddon and a lady called Jackie. I won't say her surname because I haven't asked permission. But I was very jealous. It's not something I could do. Physically, I couldn't have done it. But oh, holy crap. I would love to. I really would love to. I think I would just like to go, right, and I'm desperate to go to an American diner because you all get like loads of food over there, I'm sure. So I'd like to go to a proper American diner and get a massive burger and big plate of chips, and although you would call them not crisps, what do you call them? Fries. You call what we call crisps, you call chips. So that's where the crossover is. So anyway, I'd love to go to America and just eat. Is pretty much what I would like to do. And just sit in the middle of the hotel and just sort of soak up the vibes. Yeah. And go and visit the people. That would be great to just visit. But yeah, I couldn't have coped. So she did have a little shopping list from me. She did. And she got everything bar one. Did. So, where do we start? At the very beginning. Let's start with Erica Michaels, spring cartouches. I have already kitted this up. There was a couple of threads I was missing, so I went to Sue at Peakside because Rachel's shut down her shop for a week to she's at retreats and things, so it's just to get herself sorted. And I have put these two, so that's an Ada. That might be nice to use. 20 count looks like. And this is a 36 count Cypress fibre on a whim. So this one's just obviously an offcut that I can get some use. So I just put these couple of fabrics in and I'll decide as I go. But it's photocopied, the threads are in, the pattern is in now, so that I can show you guys every week when I'm doing them. Heavier than a spring, don't know why. This one is also kitted, and this is the one I'm going to use for Winter Moon. ABC 123 sampler by With Thy Needle and Thread. That is what I'm going to use for that. This is half kitted up, so there's still some more that I need, which are in my cart at Peakside. I got too excited, you see, and I ordered the spring. I was like, no, I need the thread. And because I needed the threads, I had to buy a couple of patterns. I mean, you cannot not. I think it's against the law to just order threads. So, yes, but I got too excited. I should have waited and decided what else I was going to stitch as well. So they were probably, I mean, spring cartouches is lovely. I'm not sure I would say it's my favourite, but obviously it's spring, so I need to stitch it now. So that's cool. I've got something else related to that as well. I then, of course, actually, another Erica Michaels, because I'm on the berry festival this year. Stitcher's berries? Stitcher's garden berries. And I then started with our War Stacey Nash, and I had to have him because of course he's black and white stripes. I didn't realise it was a Christmas themed one, so I'm kind of thinking I'll change his jumper. Maybe just take the reindeer out and do it plain, or do some sort of a Newcastle United badge. I've got a thing in my head that it might be possible. Anyway, so I got that one. So I got Sugar. I got Abigail. I love this cow. I don't know why, I just love the cow. And of course, I think The World and His Wife has got Pip, who is gorgeous. I then got some more from With Thy Needle and Thread. I got Amazing Grace. And this one. I love this one. This is another nice samplery. The border with this. Really love the border. And of course the little message. With needle and thread, my heart is at home. Ain't that the truth, sister? And then I got Lady Catherine's Garden. This is a bit of drawn thread work. Or pulled thread work. I'm not sure what you call it. Anyway, there's some thread cutting going on. And this. Now I've got some of these. I've got them. You see here? That, exactly where my finger is there. That's a little pocket watch that I've got just for display purposes. So I just thought that would be dead canny, and it's something a little bit different from Needlework Press. So I think that's cool. And I tell you what, actually it's just popped in my head. If you're getting married, and I know a lot of time groomsmen get bought pocket watches, that would be really nice to stitch to give to the groomsmen. And the last pattern I got, Teresa Coget Find Joy. I love this. It's the house, I think. I love the bricks in the house. And then I got something I would never have had in a million years. Some Mason's linen. It is beautiful. So this is you can only get this through the attic, I believe. So I probably wouldn't have ever really ordered it. It's fabulous though. And I think it's the way it's presented as well. It's cut so well and it lies just so nice. And it's got little tracing paper inside. Yeah, so 40 count dark. And I also got this one. This one's a limited edition. Mason's. Isn't it lovely? It's just a really lovely, it's like a straw colour. Just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And Edita, lovely lady, also sent me some floss drops that she got. And some ringling to match. And that was from her. And she'll laugh at this. I'm going to keep the Hobby Lobby bag because I just feel like I'll probably never ever go there. So yeah, I'm keeping it for prosperity and all that sort of stuff. And I did I rang her, I can't remember, she rang me, whatever, and she did me a show and tell what she got. I mean, she's got a real husband, Dominic, who's my favourite husband in the world. And he's as good as a virtual husband. Actually, might be slightly better because I think he does the ironing as well. But he's her enabler. He's like, no, buy it. What do you mean you've got 120? Oh, you can have 130. That's fine. No, just get it. Yeah. That's why I kind of wanted to be in Dominic's harem. So yes, God, honestly, she must have been on for an hour, and she says we'd done everything like from market, which took a while, and she said, you don't want to see the stuff from Hobby Lobby. I was like, oh, but I do. Oh yes, but I do need to see all of it, all the eye candy, all the pretty stuff. So yes, it was fabulous. So I'm going to keep the Hobby Lobby bag just because I'm really sad. So Edita, dziękuję bardzo. Dziękuję bardzo. Okie doke. Now, I had to go to Rachel first, and I had to get the Shepherd's Year because that was due April, remember, I realised last week. So I've got April and May. So I now have them all, which means I can start April because we finished March, which is pretty cool. Berries, berries, berries everywhere, and not one of them you can eat. So the Old Barn Stitching Co, which is Sammy Little Loops. She's got some really good patterns, the Old Barn. I really like their stuff. And what you call it, because I needed threads, I went to Peakside. So while I was there, I had to buy. Oh, I'm missing one. Hang on, I'm missing one. So from Peakside, I got a Summer Glory and Autumn Joy from Plum Street. So they're the little ones. I've done Winter Blessing and Spring Beginnings, so I can get started on Summer Joy. Loved stitching the two that I've done. So I got those two. I also got this because I'm on, the cartouche kick is what I'm on. I've got the winter cartouches, I'm pretty sure I have. I can't remember if she's done summer already or not. Obviously spring's just came out at market. Can't remember, I need to check. And last but by no means least, the winter is past. I talked about this last week because I'm doing a small called Winter is Past, and I was saying Blackbirds because that's by Blackbird as well, and they've actually done the Winter is Past as well, and I didn't really realise until I got it and looked at it that it's all blues as well, so I'd quite like to start that soon as well, because that's spring, isn't it? The winter is past. So that, they're all my gifts. Oh, well, not really. Cotton and Twine unboxing. And this again was gifted to me, but I do buy historical sampler, you know I do. Anyway, and their gift boxes are beautiful. So this is Happiness is Homemade Stitch Along, which starts on the 2nd of April. I haven't actually opened this, but this will have the linen, I should say, and the threads. So I'll give you an idea how big it's going to be. This is really pretty actually. It's this is a different colour to what they normally have. You can't see it on there, but it's like it's like an umber. It's like an orangey kind of burnt umber is what I would call it. That's really nice. It's nice to have a different colour as well. Threads. So this will be lovely. I do like their patterns. And if you get the gift box, so there's, I think there's 3 ways. I think you can get the PDF on its own, maybe. I'd need to check that one up, I'm not sure. Or you can get just the kit, which would be with the fabric and the linen. Or you can get the gift box, and I'll show you what else you get if you get the gift box. You get, I love this, flower floss drop holder. Floss drop holder? Floss holder. Yeah, because it's not floss drop, is it? It's floss flower. Flower. Yes, floss flower. Yeah, whatever. A hoop. I don't know if it's got a... They're usually Nurge hoops. No, it doesn't say. Rico design. I've never used this. Is like a plastic hoop. Oh, that'd be interesting to give it a go. Normally use me wooden Albany ones, especially because I wrap them as well. But I think this looks really nice. I think that might be really nice to use. Anyway, sorry, I'm just having a little look. You also get, I love this little bag. I don't know why, right? It's the little bag. I say, oh my god, that little bag's so cute. Oh. It has got something even more cute inside, if I can get it out. There we are. Look at this. I'm going to swap it round so you can see it easier. So it's on the white. Look at that, man. Welly boot with tulips. I've just turned it around because you can just see it a bit better on this side, that's all. Love that. I think the gift box is worth it for that. Why is it always, there's always one thing. And you get an ornament. Look at him, man. Look at him. Look at him. I don't know if you could stand him up. No, I don't think you can. You go on me tree. Little goose. Is it a goose? Yeah, it's a goose, isn't it? Some scissors. These are really pretty. They're like a blue into a pink. Really, really pretty. And their scissors are really nice and sharp as well. I'm so pleased I've shown you this now because I've been desperate to get into it. But I really didn't want to eat it. I thought it was too good and needed to show you. And you also get a bag to keep everything in. I love this, handmade with love. And what you can also get and add to the gift box is a project bag made by the very wonderful, fantastic Turtle. Yes, Turtle, who is Sophie Lou of Turtle Bay Fabrics. No, Turtle Bay Textiles. She has collaborated with Historical Sampler and she has done project bags for yes, to go with the gift box if you want to add it. And that. I love Sophie's project bags. Hang on. This is one of Sophie's. This is one of hers. So it's cat fabric and she's paired it with a really lovely paw fabric inside. So, and there's my Alice waiting patiently for her day in the sun. Maybe when I get Gaia out and get that Bella finished, I can start on a new Bella. I'll have permission to start a new one. Okay, the last thing I wanted to do is some thank yous. Last but definitely by no means least, I've kept all me goodies and things till last. Just love them, absolutely love them. So a massive thank you to Sue-Ann, Alice, Susan, and now I'm not sure if it's pronounced Natalie or Nathalie, because it's spelt with an H. So yes, Grandma Nat. We'll call her Grandma Nat. Who all bought me cuppas for whatever reason, or it might have just been because it was my birthday. Thank you so much. The fact that you've gone out of your way to go in the link and do all that, I'm really grateful. And I was blown away, like, oh my god, like every time another one I was like, oh wow. Just so bloody grateful. So speaking of grateful, this week's final thought has been kicking around my head for a couple of days. Once I start and look to my floss tube on a Saturday, the little grey cells kind of start having a little bit of a chatter to each other. What will they do? And for some reason, this particular one has been in my head. Now, I read it 2023 Book of Days, if I remember right. And it just resonated so much with me. I am so incredibly grateful for everything that everybody sent me. If it's been a cuppa or a gift voucher or a present. So grateful. But even if you hadn't sent me that, I would still be so grateful to you. And I very much am to everybody else who watches, likes, and all of that stuff. Hugely, hugely grateful. So tonight, no, we're still in the morning. Hello, it's been going for a while now. Today is, yes, I'm getting there. Had your horses? Oh, we haven't done a Geordie word, have we? Never mind, we'll do 2 next week. Okay, today's final thought is gratitude turns everything we have into enough. Bye for now.